Hey. I hope I'm not lagging. Oh, jeez. Now I run into that wonderful issue again of Wi-Fi. And if net neutrality, thank goodness I reside in California, because if net neutrality were happening right now, forget it. Forget it. All the fun videos and all the informative videos that are here on YouTube and other platforms, YouTube, Steam It, even news outlets would be greatly reduced. Hey peeps, hey Ashley, how you doing, sweetie? Badger, St. John the Divine. I saw you last night, didn't I? When I was playing Dragon's Lair in Castlevania. Castlevania was really screwed up, let me tell you something. So Honey Badgers, thank you so much for tuning in to Honey Badger Wildlife News. I have some crazy stuff that I want to share with you. You know, a lot, if you look around, always keep an eye on your own, absolutely. Hey boo, what's up little Kim on your back? Remember you were having a tubby time last night and I was just playing Dragon's Lair in Castlevania. Folks, I want to thank you so much for tuning in because I have a lot of stuff to talk with you about. Oh, I love you. I love you, St. John the Divine. It is crazy, Ashley. It's beyond cray-cray. So listen, if you take a look at YouTube this afternoon, or this morning, or what have you, and you take a look around all the news that's happening. Hey, Scott! Hey, Scotty. So listen, and I'm sorry for the lag. It really is cray-cray. But let me tell you something. I'm just going to get... It's a lot to discuss right now. But what I want to discuss is, as I was saying, if you look around right now, everyone's discussing the Parkland, Florida shooting. And rightfully so. It was a tragic event, as is all these other mass shootings. But what's starting to happen is... Oh, I love you. I love you, DJ Kits. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, Honey Badgers, I want to tell you something. You know, it's, oh, hello. Hello, Jeremy, what is it? Jeremy Gaming? Jeremy Gaming! Folks, this is the news. The Parkland shooting happens, and as with all other events that happen, it's an open and shut case. We found the shooter, we found the horrible monster responsible for this. 9 out of 10 times, 10 out of 10 times, they have mental conditions. Hi, Atomic Bill, I love you. Thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in. But so these things happen and it's open and shut case. JFK, open and shut case. All these crazy things. So listen. And I just want to tell you folks this. Look it up, and so CNN today, if you go to their main page, they say, you know, it's despicable, all these conspiracies that are coming out. You know, saying that this David Hogg child is, you know, speaking out and he's an actor. They're saying all these kids that want change for the guns are actors, which, I mean, it's just all crazy. But here's the thing. I was able to find this one interview with an Alexa Minick, who spoke with KHOU 11 News in Houston. And this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But this interview exists out there. She was at the school at the time, and she left during the exodus. They asked all the kids to leave. And as you may or may not know, they found Nicholas Cruz amongst the crowd, right? He was in the crowd, leaving with all of them, okay? So she says that as she was leaving, she spoke with him. She spoke with Cruz, okay? She's saying that she spoke with him, remembered him from middle school, and said, I thought you would do this. And during the interview with KHU 11 News in Houston, she calls him a suspect and does this. The air quotation marks. It's the strangest interview. So anyways, she goes on, they're talking, right? And they're making jokes. And then she's saying in this interview that she heard gunshots coming from the other side of the school. Then I saw other interviews where kids, upon coming out, asked to leave the school saying that there were multiple shooters. Okay, now look, this happened, it happened at Sandy Hook. I mean, I remember watching that live and hearing broadcasters say that there was another suspected shooter that ran up into the woods. Okay, so there's all this crazy crap, okay? I feel so horrible for all the victims, as everyone does, You know, yesterday they voted down the trying to regulate military weapons for sale. In other words, the government said, that's cray-cray. People should be able to get an AR-15. Now listen, I'm not one of these peeps that say take the guns away, because it's not that. It's the mental health. And this country does not care about one's mental health. I mean, they think, you know, just take these meds, go on the meds, and that'll help you. That'll make you complacent, and just, if you have an issue up here, just go on the meds. Just take opiates. Just take the opiates. Just know yourself. Know yourself. You don't have to be involved. It's okay. We'll tell you what's happening, right? So here's the thing, folks. They want us to be scared, and they want us to fight with one another. I'm hearing one side say, all you libtards, you're not going to take my guns. And then I hear the other side say, you morons, there's no point to having an AR-15. And everyone's arguing, everyone's fighting. As we've seen with the introduction of Black Lives Matter, now we have one side arguing with those saying that they're not interested in social change, and I am, but like not like this. It's just all crazy, and I think the government happens to love it. They love it. It's just they're going to kill themselves off. Is their thinking? That's what I think. But point being, have you noticed that when it comes to animal rights and the destruction of national landmarks and parks and our environment and nature, they are very forthcoming. That's my point. There's no conspiracy when it comes to stripping rights and protection of animals and wildlife away from us and taking away our national parks. They're very clear. There's no conspiracy. We're never left to think, are they going to take away that national park so they can frack? I bet you that's what they're doing. They tell us that's what they're doing. They tell us that's what they want to do. Isn't that wild? It's wild. When it comes to nature and our environment and wildlife, they're very clear. There's no conspiracy. There's nothing to cover up. They're very point blank about it. Isn't that cray-cray? So it makes me wonder, why can't matters in situations like this, like our tragic events, why can't they just be as open and honest with that as they are with what they want to do to destroy wildlife and environments and nature? You know, the Amazon forests are extremely screwed up these days, and no one cares. No one cares. Deforestation is not only destroying species and, you know, dwindling the numbers of wildlife in their natural habitat, it's screwing us over. It's screwing us over. From those trees, we get the oxygen that we need to live and to breathe. We need these plants. You destroy it all, it doesn't mean anything. Hi, Muffin. Hi, 43 Aquaman. Oh, welcome. Honey Badgers, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, it's just crazy. My opinion on the Tasmanian tiger is watch out. Just watch it. You know, what they're doing these days is they're trying to clone species. I'm really on the fence about that, because it's like they're saying it's okay if, for instance, the bears become extinct, or lions, tigers become extinct. It doesn't matter, because we'll just clone them. We'll bring them back. Don't worry about it. Yeah, right. Of course they'll bring back these species under controlled conditions. It's unbelievable. How about those bears? How about the bears in the Asian market? They jab tubes into their stomachs to extract the bile, and then they drink it thinking it's going to cure them of cancer and AIDS and everything else. It's archaic. It's magic. It's unbelievable. And this isn't conspiracy theory. This is conspiracy fact. This is what happens. You don't think that you think they stop eating dogs every year in China? Really? Folks, I'm going to remind you again about Protect Interstate Commerce Act. This stupid bill proposed by Representative Republican from Iowa, Steve King. Steve King is such a schmuck. Anyways, as I told you last time, this bill would remove constitutional power from states to enforce laws which protect the health and welfare of animals. Okay? This is in our own country. All the thousands of laws that we presently have throughout our 50 states would fall to the wayside because under this bill, what they consider agricultural goods can be anything from your pet and your cat to the farmer's horse, pig, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, if this goes through, you will see videos on YouTube and on Facebook of people setting their cats on fire, laughing when their puppy's in the microwave, and no one will go to jail. That's what can happen here. So please, I'm asking you again to reach out to your member of Congress and tell them to oppose the Protect Interstate Commerce Act, H.R. 3599, H.R. 4879. Okay, and once again, I'll put this information down below in the description. And if this legislation is going to prevent states from enforcing their own laws to protect animals, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We can't protect our children. Why do I think that we'll protect animals? We can't even protect our own children. We can't even protect our own children. Well, I think the difference is that when it comes to the wildlife, our government don't really care about our opinion, whereas with these other public issues, it's true, little Kim, absolutely, because at the end of the day, we truly have no say. It's true. What's not funny? It's not funny. It's not, actually, you know what's funny? What's funny is that this government and all forms of governments and systems that are in place think that we don't care and that we're not noticing. That's what's funny, because we do. We're hip. He said he'd eat his dog. Yeah. Isn't it any wonder why President Trump is one of the first presidents, and I don't know how long, to not have a first pet in office? Think about that. There's no first dog. There's no Bo and Willie or whatever the Obama's dogs were named. There's no Checkers. You know, people compare Trump to Nixon. You kidding me? Nixon had compassion. He screwed up, but he had a dog. He cared. He was also a baseball fan. Folks, Honey Badgers, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. When this video is posted, I want you to share with everyone you know. And again, my question is, why is it okay for this government to be forthright about not protecting our wildlife and animals, environments, places of nature, so they can frack and get more oil? They're very upfront and clear about that, but they're not when it comes to our children getting killed. Sorry, folks. I know this wasn't very funny. But yes, people are a commodity, Scott, you're right. I love you, St. John the Divine. And folks, coming up next month, I'm going to be hosting a political debate show called Smack. Sam Tripoli, bunch of guests. I'm going to be the moderator and be a bit like, thank you, I love you, Scott. And I'm going to summon the powers and energies of Christopher Hitchens and William F. Buckley. Because I don't understand what's happening. I just want to know what's going on. I just want to know what's going on. I love you, Jeremy Gaming. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Honey Badgers. Until then, you can follow me on, isn't this terrible? Look, I have a whatchamacallit, a blister. I should use my pinky instead of this. My paws are hurt. My paws are hurt. Until next time, folks, just take what you want. This is our time. We take what we want. We get smart, and we're not going to be put down by anybody. Anybody. Kisses. Stay safe, folks. Stay safe. Stay gold. Isn't that it? Stay gold?